Alright guys, I'm here with a tag video. I'm sorry, I know I promised it would be here yesterday, but yesterday was just such a busy day. And I am so sorry that it wasn't up there, guys. If you guys were, I don't know, looking forward to it or something, I'm sorry it wasn't up there. So I've been tagged by Koopa213, and the tag was my top 5 games, basically, what I would choose, like what 5 games I'd save, maybe if I was in a fire, I don't know, just top 5 games, I guess. So I'm going to get right to it. And number 5 would be Shadow of the Colossus for PlayStation 2. I have it Black Label too, so that's pretty cool. And this game is easily in my top 5 because it's just such an emotional game. It's a completely empty world except for these Colossus. Colossus, I don't know what the plural is. Colossuses, I don't know. Just a bunch of big monsters that you have to kill in this empty world. And you don't fight anything else but these monsters. You just go around adventuring in this empty world. And when you find the monsters, you take them down. And I mean, there's more to it, guys. I mean, the reason you're killing these monsters is to save this girl you love. She's dead. The god said you kill these monsters, she'll come back to life. And that's basically what it is. You just go around, and it's as you keep going through the game, it becomes more and more emotional, and the battles just become that much more epic. And it's basically you, your steed, your arrow, your bow and arrow, and your sword, and that's it. And just the emptiness makes it so emotional, and it's just I could appreciate this game, every time I play it. And I mean, that's easily why it's my number 5. Number 4 for the N64 is Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. That game had actually went away in the flood that I talked about, and just the other day I just went and picked it up because I was looking everywhere for that game. I wanted that game back so bad, and I was so happy that I found it. I just went to the Toy Vault, which is a local store in my area. I picked it up for 17 bucks. Not a good deal. I could probably find it so much less anywhere else, but I love that game so much I would pay 50 bucks to get that game back. I played it today for 5 hours straight, non-stop, and I mean, oh man, that's such a classic game. I played that game when I was a kid. I beat it about 7 times, I'd say. Never got old. I could beat it another 7 times, and it wouldn't get old ever. So that's why that's number 4 easily. Number 3 for the Xbox 360 is Fable 2. I know that's a surprising choice, probably. But for me, I mean, I could play that game. And I'm going to say this over and over again. I could play that game over and over. I could play it all the time. And that's the key, My top 5 games, they don't get old. And that's the key when it comes to games. If a game is not repetitive and it doesn't get old or anything, that's a great game. You can play it over and over again, it doesn't get old. You're going to get a game worth your money right there. That's what Fable 2 is. I could play it, over and over again. There's so much stuff to it that other than like missions and side quests, you can also raise a family, have children. You have your wife. I mean, you could have more than one wife if you really wanted to. And it's just so much depth to it, and it didn't get as good reviews as everyone was expecting. Everyone was expecting an amazing game, and everyone says it wasn't up to standards. But I thought it came to standards, and maybe even a little above. And I don't know if everyone appreciates the game the way it should be deserved, but that's just me. So that's why that's number 3. Number 2. For the GameCube, not too much of a surprise. Super Smash Bros. Melee, sorry. And that is, number 2 because it's a fighter game, and if you have a certain fighter game that doesn't get repetitive, it's going to be really addicting. Like, some fighter games, to most people, get repetitive. To me, I hate to say it, Street Fighter 4 got old quickly. I hate to say that, but that's the truth. I picked one character, and that was the only character I could get into. Maybe E Honda a little bit, but there was, I even forget his name now. He was like the Brazilian monster guy. That was my character, the electricity guy. I can't think of his name, I'm sorry. But that was my character. He got old after a while. All the complicated combos weren't for me. But, with, Super Smash Brothers, the combos, there really aren't many combos. It's just attacks, and you just kind of make your own combos if you want, and whatever work, And I really enjoy that because, the game changes every time you play it. And I know it's the same with most fighter games, but I don't know, it was just Super Smash Bros. I could really keep going over and over, find different combos for my favorite characters, and learn a lot of combos for different characters, so I could become, really powerful with all these different characters. And I could play that over and over again if I was ever to lose every game, but that would stick. But it's not my number 1, because number 1 is my favorite game of all time. Simple, nothing else to it. I haven't played many games, But the games that I have played, this is simply my favorite game. So addicting. I have over 300 hours in this game, guys. 300 hours. If you think about that, that's insane. I had this game for probably 2 or 3 years. Never played it, or never played anything other than this game. Oh man, it's just such a fun game. I beat everything. I beat the main quest, every single side quest, and there were so many, probably hundreds, I would say, maybe. Every guild, every little, I guess, club or organization in the game. The game is Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion for the Xbox 360. This game is, I can't recommend it enough. I could play that game for another 300 hours. I mean, it's probably getting old. I keep saying I want to play these games over and over again, but it's such a good game. I mean, I have 4 million gold, and if you play the game, that's quite a lot. I have 4 million gold, no like hacking or anything, no stupid little, like I know there are like certain bugs in the game where you can get like unlimited gold from finishing a quest. I have unlimited gold from finishing every quest in the game, every guild, every main quest, not really spending too much money or anything. And I mean, I ended up with 4 million gold. I have every house in the game. My goal is to get every piece of armor and display it really nicely in my house. And I was gonna do the house in Skingrad because that's the best house. I was gonna like to have like a nice little armor display, and that armor and weapons like the rarest ones. I'm getting close to that. I'm not completely finished. And after I do that, my goal is gonna be to kill every character in the entire game that, there are characters in the game you kill and they come back to life automatically because they're like necessary characters or something. I don't know if that changes once you beat everyone. I haven't tried yet, but I'm gonna try and kill absolutely everybody. And once I do that, I'll probably just replay the game again because that game just doesn't get old. I was an orc. I'll probably end up doing something completely different, like being an elf that uses sneak or a Khajiit or something. If you know the game, you know what I'm talking about. But this is such a great game. It's a game of the year. I haven't actually played the expansion packs. I know I have to get to those because this is my favorite game of all time. So an expansion is amazing. Oh, such a great game. I can't stress it enough. You got to pick this up if you haven't. That's my top 5, guys. That's a tag video, so I have to tag someone else if I want to. I'm going to tag GeekerDays, so you should check out that channel, and I would like to see your top 5 games. And for everyone else who wants to do this video, it's an open tag as well. So, go ahead and do the video if you want to. Alright, guys, that's it. Hope this wasn't too boring. I know I just kept saying, I would play these games over and over again, but that's the truth, and I'm sorry. I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry if it was a little boring, but that's the truth. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys later.